So today we are going to start Tableau class. We have done Microsoft Power BI for data visualization. So we start the Tableau also to do the data visualization and data analytics. So now let's start with this. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, so now let's start with introduction. Okay. Now, Tableau is another data visualization tools. So apart from using Microsoft Excel or using Microsoft Power BI, so we also use Tableau to visualize our data. So Tableau is a user-friendly platform for visualizing, analyzing, and sharing data. So it's aimed to make easy to understand solutions based on raw data. So before we start, I hope you have downloaded Tableau on your system.
Yes, sir, but it's trial mode.
Okay. Yeah, that is the issue with the Tableau. So unlike Microsoft Power BI that you have the free version of it. So for Tableau, you can only use the free version for 14 days. So another one that
So
you can,
after 14 days, that's all.
yes, so you have to uninstall it and reinstall. So, but if you are working with an organization, so the organization should be able to purchase the Tableau software for the data analytics. So
Okay.
you can also download Tableau Public. So Tableau
Eh?
Public, yes, is a free service that allows you to play data visualization from limited sources that must be published to the public server. So this Tableau Public, you can have access to it anytime. So when you download it and you install it on your system, but the issue with Tableau Public is that if you want to save your job, your task, so you must be online. So you save it to the public. So you save it to the public repository. But for Tableau,
Okay.
Tableau desktop, so this one, it will allow you to save your work on your system, on your local system, but you can only use it for 14 days. That is that is trial version, except if you
Can you send the link to the Tableau public so that we can download that?
okay, and you can just search, like I have Tableau Public on my system. You can just search online, type Tableau public download. So it will show the application for
Tableau
you to
public.
download. Yes, Tableau Public. So just look for Tableau Public. So you can use you can use Tableau Desktop to do. So you can also use Tableau Public to do it. But the only
Okay.
difference is that you won't be able to save it on your system. So you
To
save
be
it
online.
online. Do you get that? So that is
Yes.
different between Tableau Public and desktop. So, but you can still maintain Tableau Public. So since Tableau Desktop, the duration for Tableau Public desktop is just a 14 days. So you can just go for Tableau Public. So what you just have at back of your mind is that anytime you want to save it, so you must be online and save it to the public repository. So,
Okay.
but you can use both together. For this one, now I've downloaded. I have a tab desktop on my system
Public.
and public. You understand? So now what I want to use today is Tableau desktop. So I will use Tableau desktop so that it will allow me to save my work on the system. So now if you look at the information here, there are multiple paid products produced by Tableau. So each with unique services and customer segment. So we have Tableau Prep to allow users to combine shape and clean their data from variety of sources. So we use this one for data cleaning. So for desktop, uh, the main platform for visualizing and analyzing data and turning them into interactive dashboard and reports. So you can use Tableau desktop to create your visualization, to create your reports, to create your dashboard. So online, so this one will allow you to publish your work online and share it with anyone you give access to. So but all this one, Tableau online and desktop, they are paid products. So then and Tableau server. So all these, they are Tableau products. Okay. So I will share this document with you to read more about Tableau, information about Tableau. So now I just want us to go straight to the work. Okay. So although this document explains introduction part of the Tableau, so how to connect our data set to how to connect data set to our Tableau, then how to create data visualization, to create charts. So it's just a 36 page document. Now let's open this. So I want to open the Tableau. So I know you can use Microsoft Power BI to create a visualization. So now we want to start with Tableau desktop. So I hope you can see my screen, can see Tableau environment. Okay. So now so this is a Tableau environment. So when you open Tableau desktop, so this is the first page that will display for you. That is the first environment in Tableau. Okay, so now you know in my Microsoft Power BI, before you can start creating your dashboard, first thing is to load your data set. So that is the first task that we normally do in Microsoft Power BI. So the same thing goes with Tableau. So if I want to create your charts, your KPI and some other visualizations, so you have to load the data set that you want to visualize. So you can connect Tableau with various data source. So you can make use of Microsoft Excel. Okay? You can use text file. So if your data set is in CSV format, so you use a text file. But if your data set is in Excel format, so you use a Microsoft Excel. So if it is in JSON, to use this Microsoft Access. So if your data is in PDF, so you make use of this. So we have more as we can as you can connect Microsoft Power BI to different sources. So you can also connect Tableau to different sources. So when you click, let's click on more. Okay. So can you see? So all these are the data sources that you can make use of to connect your data with Tableau. Okay, so but the common one that we normally use is either we use text file or we use Microsoft Excel. Now, let's check. So we are going to make use of the data set that we used in Microsoft Power BI. So, we use three data sets in our last class. So we make use of products, customers, and then I think others data set. So let's check. Let's check. Okay. So this is it. Superstore data. Superstore data. So let's open this. Okay. It is loading. Okay. So look at the left hand side. So you see seats, customers, orders, products. So if your data set contains just one seat, so if you load the data set, so what you will see is just one table. That is what you are going to see here. But the data set I just loaded now contain three seats. So which is three data sets. So with customers, orders, and products. Now let's move how these three data sets to the data pane here. So can you see drag tables here to create the data model? Okay, we have done data modeling in Microsoft Power BI. So under model view, so to join two or more tables, to join them together in order to make use of the data, to make use of those data sets as a single data set. So now let's move this customer. Can you see? So this is a model customers. So if you look at it, look at uh, the table here. So we have a type, feed name, a physical table, then remote feed. I hope you can see that. So this is the customer. This is the customer table. This is the name of the table, customers. Okay. So and the table contains 994 rows, then 8 columns. Okay, then type. So the type here, the text ABC that we have here, it means the individual column in that the table they are text, they are alphabetical characters. So then feed name, we have feed name. Then physical tables is the name of the table. Then we have remote feed name. Remote feed name, so is going to show the actual name of that feed, but you can edit the remote feed name. Okay, sorry, you can edit the feed name, but you cannot edit remote feed name. Okay, so the remote feed name is the column name in that data set. The data set you loaded. But this feed name, you can change the feed name. As I have this customer name, this one contains it has space, customer name. So I can join it together by removing the space. So I'm going to have customer name without space. But remote feed name will still remain the original name you have in your data set. So you can change the feed name. You can edit the feed name, maybe state. You can add another character to state. But this remote feed name, it is not editable because it is the original name in that data set. So then all these are the values in your table. So customer ID, So that is your customer table. So second one is orders. Orders, then we have product. So drag orders. So when you drag it, so it will automatically create a relationship between the two tables. So customers and then orders. So because customer ID exists in orders table, then we have customer ID in customers. So there is relationship between the two tables. So it's going to create the relationship. So but if you click on remove, can you see? So to remove it, so let's drag it again. So it will create the relationship, then products. So now, so we have all our three tables as a single data set. Okay. So in Power BI, you need to create the cardinality in between the two tables or among the tables. So but this one, as you are dragging it, so if you have the common column in each of the tables, so it's going to use the common column, the common name, column name to create the relationship in between the two tables or among the tables. So that is that on our data source. So now the next thing to know on Tableau is that it contains different tabs at the bottom here. So look at the first one, that is data source. So that is this data source will show you all your data sets when you upload a data set. So you will see that data set under data source. Okay. So second one is sheet. Can you see? Go to worksheet, sheet one. Sheet one. So for sheet one, when you open the sheet one, so it will show all the feeds, all the columns in your table. We have a table. So tables now contain different tables. So these tables, we have customers, orders, and products, because we have joined them using customer ID, because individual tables here contain customer ID. So we use customer ID to join the three tables. So we have customer ID, orders, then we have customer ID under products. Okay, we have product ID here. Okay, product ID exists in orders. So we use product ID in product and product ID in orders to join the two tables, product and orders, while using customer ID in orders and customer ID in customers to join customers and orders. So now, what you need to understand about Tableau is that you create the chart and the KPI. You create them sheet by sheet. Unlike Power BI, that you have your dashboard, then you will just start creating your chart, putting different charts on the dashboard at the same time. But in Tableau, so you have to create them sheet by sheet. Then you will now join all the sheets. We join them together on a single dashboard. So this is sheet one. Okay. So if you look at this, the icons after sheet one, that is new worksheet, to create another sheet. Okay. So then we have new dashboard. So after you have created all your sheets, then you now create a dashboard to join all the sheets, to combine all the sheets on a single dashboard. Okay. So what we are going to do today is creating different charts, creating different charts with sheets. Let's start with KPI. What we normally have on the dashboard is our first thing is to have the title of the title of the organization, or the title of the job you are doing, the title of the task you are doing. So after that, then you have the KPI, that is maybe summary, the total number of a particular values, or maybe average of, or maybe percentage of. So that is KPI. So the next one is to have our charts, like pie chart, bar chart, histogram, and other charts to show the relationship, or to show the pattern, or to show the trend in the data. So after that, then you will have a call to action, like a slicer, okay, to filter your data on the dashboard. So now, today, we are going to use a sheet to create a KPI, to create a KPI. So now, let's start. This is sheet 1, okay? Now, we want to find the total sales. I told you that it is different from Microsoft Power BI, that you just insert a card on a dashboard, insert a chart on a dashboard. So you have to create each chart, or each KPI. You will create it individually using a sheet. So this is sheet 1. Okay, you want to use it to create a total sales, to find the total sales. So you can just rename this by saying total sales. Total sales, can you see? So it has changed here, total sales. Okay, now the next thing now is to create the total sales. So if you want to do that, so you will use what we call calculated feed. You click on this arrow, this down arrow button. So click on create calculated feed. Okay, so it will show calculation 1, then change it to total sales. So this one is just like a measure that we normally create in Microsoft Power BI. So we create a measure, calculated column. Okay, so if I want to get a total sales, you will use calculated feed. Okay, so total sales. So you now have equals to sum. Okay, into brackets 6. Okay, close the bracket. So equals to sum. Okay, no, okay, there's nothing like sum. There's nothing like equal sign. So we start with sum. So if I want to use count, maybe you want to count the number of rows. If you want to get the maybe total number of rows in a column. So if that the values you have in that column, they are not numeric. So what we use is count, to count the total number of rows, to know the number of values you have in that column. So but now we want to find the total sales. That means we make use of sum, this summation. Okay, then click on apply. So okay, right? So it's going to create it under measure name. You can use the total sales. Total sales. So you can just drag it. So can you see? This is 2,200, okay, 2,200,000. 287,201. Okay. Now, if you want to format this value, okay, we want to increase it, we want to give it a color so that it will look like normal KPI we normally create in Power BI. So we go to the text here, click on text, then click on these three dots. Okay, so this is your aggregate total sales. So you can increase the size here. Okay, you can bold it, give it a color. Okay, so apply. Can you see that? So if you want to add maybe dollar sign, so you can add a dollar sign to it like this. Okay, so click on. So this is total sales. Okay, so then when you have this, but if you don't want to use the name of the sheet, you can also give it a label. So you just click on this button. Okay, so you can press enter and have maybe total sales. Okay, so change this one. Okay, reduce the size, so you can change the font color. Okay, so now apply. So let's put it at the left. Okay, center. Okay, so this is total sales. Okay, so now instead of creating new sheets like this, so you can just copy and paste. You can copy and paste by duplicate this one. Click on duplicate. Okay, so when you duplicate it, then okay, we want to find the average sales. We want to find the average sales. So let's go to the button, create calculated feed. So let's say average sales. Okay. Then you now have average. This is okay. Unknown AVG. So it is AVG. AVG says, okay. So click on this. So it has created average sales. So what you just need to do is to replace the average sales. So just drag it to this one. Can you see? So this is average sales. Then I change the label. So this one will be average. Apply. Okay. Then rename this average sales. Average sales. Okay. Then let's create new one. Duplicate. Okay. I want to find okay, let's find the total profits. So create calculated. So total profits. So we have sum into brackets profit. Okay, so apply. Okay, then drag it. Okay, remove this one. Total profits. Okay. Average say total profit. Okay, this is total profit. Okay, let's change the size. Okay, in dollar. Okay, so now, so this is total profit. So this is total profit. Okay, so now you can have total profit here. Total profit. Okay, so now we have three KPIs. So let's create one more. So let's create one more. Then you can now combine all the KPIs on the dashboard. Okay, so let's have one more. Okay, maybe total quantity. So let's check for total quantity. Okay, so created, so total quantity. So we have some into bracket quantity. Okay, so drag it here. So 37,873 products. So click on this. Okay, so increase the size, bold. Okay, so you have total products. Total products. So this one should be in black. Okay. And we can reduce this. So now this is